Puts him on a step back, another three. Perfect.
8th of the season. Here's Curry with a step back three over Booker.
Second shot clock off. Jordan Poole with Gobert. There's finished.
Wait, hold it right there. Is it just me, or is Jordan Poole starting to look a lot like Steph Curry? I mean, he's starting to break ankles just like Steph.
Oh, Poole had Clarkson fall down, and then they got guys that are willing to take it and make it. Oh, Steph. Now
And he's also got ice running through his veins in the clutch, just like the chef.
And then Damian's got it. Poole for the lead. Good! Steph for the win. Yes, sir!
We know JP3 is a talented player, and there's no doubt that he can do a lot of stuff that Steph does. But the real question now is, can Jordan Poole truly elevate himself to Steph Curry's level? The injury of Klay to start the season gave Poole an opportunity to step into the bright lights and show the world what he's capable of. And the third-year man out of Michigan has not disappointed.
5-point game in the corner. Poole. Oh, man. Jordan.
Ice cold, guys. That's just ice cold. I mean, did y'all see how he walked away after the ball left his hands?
5-point game in the corner. Poole. Oh, man. Jordan.
Anyway, he's been nothing short of sensational this season, averaging career highs in all major stat categories: points, rebounds, and assists. And oh, before I forget, he's also leading the league in free throw percentage at almost 93%. Now let's take a look at the man in action, and let's just see how closely JP3 really mirrors Stephen Wardell Curry. One of the facets of his game that has developed tremendously this season is his confidence in attacking the rim. And in this possession, when JP3 recognized the mismatch, he just blew by the big guy to finish with a crafty reverse layup. That's a signature move of Steph as well when it comes to getting matched up against centers. Check it out yourself.
Island. They tried to get into the step back, gets around him. What a reverse!
And speaking of being crafty, JP3 has also developed into a dynamic scorer this season who can dance. I mean, look here how he faked Nikola Jokic out of his socks using his basketball IQ and footwork. It's pretty clear that Poole has learned a lot of tricks coming from Steph, and we can obviously see some of the two-time MVP's game being incorporated into his own arsenal. In an interview, Steph personally talked about what Jordan brings to the Dubs, and he believes that he's one of the most versatile players in the lineup, who's capable of impacting games. He's going to help us win games when it matters. For him to be who he wants to be in this league, I think he has to have a little bit of versatility in terms of being able to play different styles, and sometimes starting and sometimes off the bench, sometimes 30 minutes, sometimes 15. Like, you gotta be able to be yourself through all those kinds of situations. At some point, we all kind of go through that, so I think he's built for it. He's going to have something to show for it. Anyway, moving on here. In order to reach the level of Steph, Poole must develop other tools in his bag of tricks aside from shooting and slashing towards the paint with acrobatic finishes. Like, for example, having playmaking abilities and eagle-eye vision in locating his teammates. In the following clips, let's see if JP3 possesses these must-have point guard skills which Steph often utilizes.
11 of the last 13. Can take the last shot. No, bounce it. Oh, wow.
You could see that JP3 more or less copied the give-and-go action that Steph and Draymond frequently run. Now, when Jeff Green showed up and contested his shot, JP3 showcased his quick reaction and quickly dropped the ball to Looney when he saw the opening.
The lead went up to 19. Oh, beautiful feet.
And just like Steph, JP3 isn't the type of player who will force the issue if he can find the open man when the opportunity presents itself.
Dancing and firing it inside, laser throw. Porter got it.
Whip it through there. You got two defenders right there. Jones is trying to find out where to go, and Klay is just drifting on the other side.
This time around, it was JP3's turn to get asked about his relationship with Steph as well as the valuable insights that he picked up during his 3-year tenure with the Dubs. Here's what he had to say. It's amazing. First of all, Steph is a big bro. I ask him questions all the time. It's like, imagine if a younger player going against the older player, you're going to want to ask as many questions as you can. They're going to want to teach you. It's year 3 for me, and I think this is year 13 for Steph. I'm 10 years of knowledge behind, and that's the guy that I want to ask questions. It's so amazing, man. And we're both competitive, and we always want to get better. Whenever we go against each other, it's always competitive, and we try to push each other as much as possible. I try to push him and let him be as great as he can be. I try to learn as much as possible from him. You can actually see some traces of Steph Curry in JP3's game right now. I mean, they both are gifted offensive players that can knock down tough shots, whether it's off the dribble, in transition, in the mid-range, and of course, both of them love to hit those deep three-point bombs. Well, while we're at it actually, why don't we see more carbon copy clips of these two to drive home the point that I've been trying to make? With 20 seconds left on the clock and standing 35 feet away from the rim, you can definitely see the confidence growing like wildfire this season as Poole's beginning to become more and more comfortable in taking these long bombs.
Missed opportunity for Minnesota, and of course Curry.
Poole's also improving a ton in creating separation using his ball handling, paired with his much improved shot-making ability.
Just threw it, and Christopher got it.
Curry on Şengün. He's wanted this all night.
I think it's safe to say that Steph's play style has rubbed off onto Poole, but is that enough evidence to claim that he can catch up to Steph's level? Well, with that question in mind, let's check on their numbers to see if their stats mirror one another, just like their play styles. Across the 60 games that they've shared this season, there's just a very slight disparity, but we gotta take into account that JP3 is playing 6 minutes less than the two-time MVP. Now, to put things even more accurately, let's have a side-to-side comparison of their season performance when they're the same age. At 22 years old, both Steph and Poole have almost the same scoring output, and whether it's a coincidence or not, both of them led the league in free throw percentage as well. There's only one Steph Curry in the history of the NBA, but if this is an indication of what lies ahead of JP3, then we might be seeing the closest thing to Steph Curry really soon. But the one thing Poole will have to do to make that happen is to get his three-point shooting percentages to above 40. He might not become a two-time MVP like his big brother because of the equally shared opportunity given to the Dubs' talented young core in terms of development. I mean, let's face it, there's Moody, there's Kuminga, and Wiseman. But on the flip side of things, the Dubs know how to cultivate players the right way and how to turn them into stars. I mean, just take a look at what happened to Andrew Wiggins. He went from being a borderline disappointment in Minnesota to becoming a legit all-star this season, mainly through working hard with champions like Steph, Clay, and Draymond, who have been supporting him through and through with advice and guidance on how to become a better player. Anyways, JP3 is already positioned right smack in the middle of the Dubs' inner circle, and if you're going to take Wiggins as an example, it's not a stretch to say that he's trending in the right direction to reach close to Steph's level. Here's what Coach Kerr recently had to say of the third-year guard. He's had a great year, and he's been a big reason for our success. He's only in his third year. He's still got a lot of growth ahead of him, which is exciting. He just needs to keep working. He's one of our hardest workers, and he's got a great approach, and he's got a really bright future, so it's exciting. If JP3 continues to put his head down and do the work every single day, I absolutely believe that JP3 has what it takes to elevate himself to his big brother's level. Anyway, Poole can splash, but he's no thief. But in saying that, there is a thief in the Bay Area. I'm sure we all know who that is. It's Gary Payton II. And if you want to know how he's been robbing the NBA, then wait no longer and click right here. This dude is unbelievable, and you'll agree with me after watching this video that he's just a thief wearing a basketball jersey. Don't hesitate, guys. Click the video, and like always, I'll see you on the other side.